Did you know that a single piece of music helped change the course of history? You don't want to miss this story, trust me. Picture this. The Cold War is in full swing. Amidst the clandestine operations and shadow wars was a man named Lucas Collar. He may not be a household name, but his actions bridged music, espionage, and extraordinary courage in a way history books rarely tell you. So let's dive into it. Lucas wasn't just any man. He was both a composer and a spy. But unlike your classic cloak and dagger agent, Lucas used sheet music and symphonies as his tools of trade. Back in the 1960s, many Western nations were heavily restricted from sharing information with states on the other side of the Iron Curtain. People often risked their lives for mere shreds of intel. Now, Lucas, that man was daring. He had an idea no side would see coming. In 1962, with tensions higher than ever between East and West, Lucas was tasked with providing crucial schematics for a new Soviet interceptor aircraft. The information could make or break counterintelligence plans in NATO. But Lucas had to be subtle. Any suspicion, and he would risk not only his life, but worsen diplomatic relations. To any casual observer, Lucas was just a passionate musician. But for those in the know, he encoded valuable intel into original sheet music compositions. Wild, right? Here's how it worked. Using a technique called steganography, a way to hide secret messages within plain sight, Lucas embedded critical technical data into the notes of a symphony. It was genius. Fluctuations in time signatures and deviations in chord progressions resembled coded measurements and design specifics. The piece he drafted was called Sonata for Shadows, an original that subtly married music theory with espionage brilliance. But crafting the sonata was only half the mission. Delivering it safely was an even greater challenge. Lucas had to enter an international music competition held in Vienna, where the competition judges unsuspectingly became couriers. That way, Soviet listeners were unlikely to suspect anything when Western ambassadors applauded the same masterpiece. The paranoia of the time meant every step Lucas took had to be immaculate. Security swept submission packs, scrutinized handwritten letters, and yet missed how a musical piece could harbor secrets. The sonata reached its Western audience, disguised as nothing more than another entry in the catalogue of unassuming genius. Days turned into weeks. NATO tech analysts deciphered the hidden message, realizing its importance. It not only detailed stealth capabilities, but precise weaknesses in Soviet aerial engineering. NATO made critical adjustments to strategy based on that music. It's said this covert move pushed the scales in NATO's favor for years. But here's the twist. The music didn't end there. Sonata for Shadows premiered to raves, standing alone as a brilliant piece of 20th century music. Audiences appreciated its odd time syncopations and compelling journey of sound, just as spies traded a knowing glance thousands of miles away. One of history's only musical compositions that's both art and turning point for nations remained hidden in plain sight for decades. What became of Lucas Collar, you ask? He retired quietly in Prague, undeservedly obscure, composing music to his last day. His involvement as an intelligence operator only surfaced years after his passing, leaving his magical music as his legacy. Fascinating, right? This isn't just history. This is one of those rare moments when music literally conducted world events. You'll never look at symphonies the same way again. If this opened your eyes, share it with a friend who loves music or history. Until then, keep finding the extraordinary in the ordinary.